I think the ward has a very good reason to, recommend the suspension of Dr. Olu Agunloye. Because in actual sense, the ward does not have the power to suspend him. The only thing the ward has the power to do is to recommend his suspension to another higher level of the party. And the ward referred that recommended the suspension to the local government level, and the local government ratified it. So at that level, Dr. Agunloye stands suspended. It has nothing to do with whether the state ratifies or the national ratifies. The Constitution says that a lower level of the party will have power to recommend any person that is found guilty of one thing or the other, was indiscipline, anti-party or anything. But in doing that, they will recommend it to a higher level. That means they don't have the power to suspend. So and they've done that. And the Dr. Agunloye stands suspended. What I heard now, which I think is not yet official, is that he has resigned. So we are waiting for the official statement because we are within the party. And I don't know whether you have received it. The next person that can receive that kind of information is the press. So if he has resigned and he's no longer chairman, and he now becomes national secretary, there are two illegalities now. Illegality number one: there is no provision in the constitution of SDP that says that position can be swapped. That you are national chairman, you swap to be national secretary. What we said in the NEC is that because maybe a presidential candidate is likely going to come from the south, every position from the south should go to the north, and the north should come to the south. But that is against our Congress, not now, not swapping. Swapping has no place in the constitution of SDP, and I don't think it has any place in the constitution of any ID political party. Illegality number two: once you are suspended, you stand suspended. You cannot contest, you cannot occupy any position within the party except that suspension is listed. So he needs to come to the ward and talk and do all necessary things. Peradventure, the suspension can be suspended.
Can be reinstated.
Yes. Thank you. Can be lifted. The suspension can be lifted.
Yes. Now, don't you think this is not good for the party as the election is coming around?
Election is coming around is unfortunate, but you see there are a lot of illegalities that resulted to this. We are having election and we are to have state congress. Most of the ward chairmen, ward exco, local government exco, state exco, they are not even aware of were not carried along in the execution of the purported Congress. As state chairman of the party in Ondo State, I did not know the venue. I just had the venue on the day of the Congress. Most local government, about 6 local governments, were not carried along at all. And as a matter of fact, and everybody that were called for that particular Congress, they were not members of the party. So the place got scattered. Immediately they started the accreditation. INEC were not on ground, and somebody is parading himself to say he is the state chairman of SDP. So this is an embarrassment already for the party. And we cannot fold our arms and make SDP a kind of banana republic political party. We have to do something. And things must follow their due course. It is on that ground that we start down that if SDP is going to have problems in Nigeria, it should not be from Ondo State. If anything will result to that, we have to deal with it.
So what exactly is the issue with Dr. Olu Agunloye?
The issue with Dr. Olu Agunloye is that Dr. Olu Agunloye was the one that executed the purported Congress without carrying along the party structure at 3 different levels: the local government, the ward, and the state. Like I told you, I said, as at the early morning of that day, he sent me a text message to get in touch with somebody who is supposed to be the Congress committee chairman. As a matter of fact, the national does not have the right to come to execute directly a state congress.
There must be a committee.
There is a committee set up by the state chairman, not the national chairman. And the state chairman is an automatic delegate. The state executive members, they are automatic delegates, but they are not carried along. So it is not our Congress. It was a purported Congress for whatever reason it is. I don't believe it is good for the interest of the party when we are moving towards election. So we are trying to sanitize the party. And if you have a Congress where they mention the name of delegates from a ward and the ward chairman does not know them, local government chairman of the party does not know them, the state chairman of the party or any state exco cannot recognize them, it is embarrassing.
Yes.
You cannot enter a political party today and become state chairman.
Yes.
You cannot enter, even if you want to enter today and become state chairman, you cannot enter the party for the first time by walking into the state congress and become state chairman. So, and even the person that is parading himself to be the state chairman today was not even at the venue of the congress.
Wow.
He happens to be a brother and a staff or something like that to a presidential candidate that is interested in hijacking the structure of the party, and in doing so, doing it with the national chairman, who is from Ondo State, usurping the power of the state chairman, the local government chairman, and the delegates, without carrying them along. Wow. That is the ground upon which we feel the ward, the local government, everybody feel that Dr. Agunloye should be suspended. And I think it started from when Dr. Agunloye directly began to call people at some local government and ward to send him names. So because those people were acting innocently, they sent some names, but even those names were not even on the delegate list at the end of the day.
Wow.
So it is unfortunate, it is embarrassing.